Hello, everybody. Here is my photographer presentation on the great photographer Irving Penn by me, Christian Madrid. Okay, so a little bit about Irving Penn. So, Irving Penn was born June 16, 1917, in Plainfield, New Jersey, to immigrant parents. He attended the Philadelphia Museum School of Industrial Art from 1934 to 1938, where he studied drawing, painting, graphics, and industrial arts under Alexei Brodovich. After some time in New York as Brodovich's assistant at Harper's Bazaar and various art director jobs, Penn went to Mexico to paint in 1941, traveling through American South and taking photographs along the way. In 1943, the new art director of Vogue, Alexander Liberman, hired Penn as his associate to prepare layouts and suggest ideas for covers to magazine photographers. He encouraged Penn to begin taking the photographs that he envisioned, launching a long and fruitful career as well as collaboration that transformed modern photography. After the Second World War, as Penn quickly developed a reputation for his striking style in still life and portraiture, Liberman sent him around the world on portrait and fashion assignments. In 1950, Irving Penn married Lisa von Gaza-Grives, one of the most sought-after fashion models of the time, and also during this time he began working on a project inspired by a traditional old prince photographing the small trades. Penn's travel from Vogue increased between 1964 and 1971, taking him to Japan, Crete, Spain, Damoni, Nepal, Cameroon, New Guinea, and Morocco. On these trips, Penn was increasingly free to focus on what truly interested him, making portraits of people in natural light. In addition to his editorial and advertising work, Penn was also a master printmaker. Beginning in 1964, he pioneered a complex technique for making platinum palladium prints. In the early 1970s, Penn closed his Manhattan studio and immersed himself in platinum printing in the laboratory he constructed on the family farm on Long Island, New York. This led to three major series conceived for platinuming: cigarette, street material, and archaeology. The first retrospective of Penn's work was organized by the Museum of Modern Art in New York in 1984. Following the landmark exhibition, which traveled to over 14 countries after MoMA, he resumed painting and drawing as a full-fledged creative and inventor. Irving Penn died on October 7, 2009 at the age of 92 in New York City. Now I will show you some of Irving Penn's best photographs. One of Irving Penn's most famous styles of photographing is fashion and beauty. This picture on the left is a great example of that, as it's very well put together. The girl's dress that she's wearing is very fancy, and the wine bottle and the wine glass make it even more fashionable. And this photograph is just very well put together, very well lit. And then the one on the right just shows the beauty of this photo with the football on this girl's face. Very well lit and shot, and just a beautiful idea for a photo. Another one of his signature styles is still life. The picture on the left, it just shows everything just still. I love the color work and how the liquid in the spoons is just very still in this picture, and it's beautiful to look at. And then the one on the right is of the sink, and then the water drops dripping. I don't know how he was able to capture this, but this just looks straight up beautiful. Irving Penn was also known for his nude portraits that he would shoot. All of these three photos are very well lit and exposed, and just the texture on these women's skin just really pops out at the viewer. And I especially like the one on the right. The effect he was able to use to blur that woman is just really good. Irving Penn also shot some great portraits during his career. I love all three of these. These were my favorites. The one of Robert De Niro on the left, and then in the center of Robin Williams. It's just the texture and how so much emotion is conveyed in these pictures. And then the one on the right of David Bowie, how he looks just so mysterious from that angle that he decided to take this photograph in. All three of these portraits are just amazing. Another one of Penn's signature styles is small trays in travel, and the one on the left really stood out to me as I really liked how Irving Penn would think outside the box with his photograph ideas and take pictures of really random stuff, but it just works. Like this one with the balloons and the broom and the chair and the woman standing next to it. It's just a terrific photo. And then the one on the right where it's a blur in this like forest and it's very well lit. It almost looks like a painting to me. Penn was also known for his documentary style type photos. This one of the horse just it speaks 1,000 words to me. Like it looks like there's blood on it and it's very well exposed and the horse looks sad and it makes me curious to why. Maybe if I knew the contents behind it, I would know. And then the one on the right of Stalin, where it just cuts out his eyes, it's definitely sending some kind of message in this photo, which is a great picture in itself. Here's some additional resources to where else you can find Irving Penn's work and photographs, or if you just want to know more about his life story. I'll end my presentation with my favorite Irving Penn quote. A good photograph is one that communicates a fact, touches the heart, and leaves a viewer a changed person for having seen it. And having seen all these photos of Irving Penn, I truly believe in this quote, and it really has changed me by seeing some of these photos, beautiful photos. Thank you all for watching so much.